these.
Mhm.
I'm just going through all same people, pretty much, except for that one. Except for Bobby.
Yeah, I think hers actually. We deal with before the meeting.
Now, what's that all about, John?
Targets. Hi.
Just looked interesting. Keep them over there, though. Don't go over that.
I don't recall seeing her in the work session. Okay, I'll correct it. Yeah, I'll correct it. We don't do that anymore in the minute. We had a congressional action. We had a congression here. That's why things, that's just stuff comes through greater things. The life, the usually we have all these the life streams. Yes. That's John's and Carmen.
I have a photograph I want you to see. And I can never figure out how to get to you. I'm surprised.
See it to believe it.
Okay. Here we are on Grove Street. Trucks in the middle of the street. Four-wheelers on the edge of the
On
drain.
the sidewalk.
You don't have any idea what the blue thing is. You can go through there.
Chat with him tonight. Again. Apparently. Is that today?
Yeah, it's been there for 3 or 4 days. They're.
Let me see. Mark,
I would be very give them a lot of credit for being so persistent. Oh, buddies. I mean, I see. This thing is pregnant.
that and that one. And when it's over here on this corner there.
When you call for a motion to approve the minutes on the work session, Amy was there.
Okay.
So we just need to correct that.
Set that?
It must be my next friend. Spam.
I don't think we have one.
No.
Good one. We have a lot of fun.
I'm going to go ahead and open the public hearing for the new restaurant liquor license for Bobby's Classic Diner. Is there any public comments or questions?
Why do we have 2 of these? Are they different or something?
Yes.
Yes.
So which one are we doing? The second one?
We're doing the first one right now.
This one?
The first one is a new
New
application.
application for a different name for Bobby's Classic Diner.
Yeah, and then later,
You don't have to worry about it. It's a public hearing first.
the one for the public hearing is a new application. For the first public hearing, it's her new application. But we're also having to do renewals at the same time. So she'll have to do
There'll
a
be two
renewal for later
Two
tonight.
different, she's
because-
got two different things along with the renewals, so.
Okay.
Hearing no public comments or questions, we'll close that public hearing. We'll open the public hearing for liquor license renewals in the town of Glenrock. Is there any comments or questions?
Can I ask a question?
Yes, ma'am.
Get down here, you. On the one from Rosie's Cantina and Mexican Grill, down here it says the leasing is current on file with the licensing agent and liquor division, and first is checked yes and then is checked no. Does that make a difference in what's issuing a license? If it's no? All applicants must complete question 1 to 3. And I didn't understand whether it was yes or no, and if it's no, does that make a difference?
Let Tammy look it up, because we just got those in the other day.
Scrolling.
I know.
Hold on, let me
Bobby's
find it.
getting lost.
She doesn't. She doesn't need. She just marked it by mistake. She doesn't need a lease because she owns the building.
Okay, so that's a little bit, that's just a non,
She just
It's a non-issue.
okay. So one other comment here on the Glenrock Bowl liquor license, there is no business primary contact listed. Who is, yeah, I suppose that's Gary, but I don't know.
It's Gary Eckhart.
Yeah. We have his information on file. So, hold on. Bear with me while I find it. I'm sure that it probably just doesn't matter because he's had the license for so many years that he's already on file with them.
But does that make it an incomplete renewal?
No, it's been
What?
approved by the liquor division, so.
Any other questions? Hearing none, I'll close that public hearing for liquor license renewal. We'll open the council meeting. Would you please rise and say the pledge with us?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I don't believe having any additions or deletions.
No.
Okay. We need approval of the minutes for the council meeting of July 8th, the July 8th executive session, and that one needs to be stated that Tammy had added our city attorney, and she wasn't there for that one, so that does have to be excluded, and then the July 15th work session. Is there a motion?
I move we approve the minutes for these 3 meetings as presented.
Motion, is there a second?
I'll second.
Been moved and seconded. Any discussion?
Did you say the minutes said that the attorney was not present or was?
It says the attorney was present.
Was
Yeah.
present. She wasn't there, so we're just marking it off of the executive
Take it
session.
off the paper.
Okay. Any other discussion? If not, I'll call for a vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed by nay. Motion carries. Reports. Councilman Moulton.
Oh, we had our last Deer Creek Days meeting after Deer Creek Days, and we're going to start Fall Fest meeting the 8th.
Okay.
And we worked on our bylaws. I think we're good with bylaws.
All right, cool.
That's like
No rest.
by the way.
No rest for the wicked.
No.
constant, something constant
Yeah,
to do.
constant.
When is the Fall Fest?
Huh? And the meet and greet, when is that? Thursday
Yeah.
at the
Rec
Rec Center. Candidate meet and greet,
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock.
John, when is the Fall Fest?
When?
When?
28th
Is that the sheep herders thing? Or is it
September.
September 28th?
Yeah. Same day as the demo derby.
Thank you.
I also believe there's a meet and greet for candidates tomorrow night in Douglas at 5:30. Wednesday, yeah, Wednesday at 5:30.
I thought it was Thursday.
No, there's one in Douglas, and then there's one here
Okay, all right, the Douglas. Okay.
for both of them.
Confusing, very confusing.
Okay. Anything else, John?
No, thank
Okay.
you. That's it.
Councilwoman Nunn.
Yeah, I've got a couple of really interesting things here. The Glen Rock Solid Waste Disposal District approved our final budget for 24-25, always a nice project to have complete. We are fortunate as a waste district to be financially sound and to have resources to develop new projects like the garden area in the Greens Department. One consideration for facilitating the development of this area is to purchase a portable chipper similar to what commercial operations use, so we do not have to hire to have our wood chipped. That's very expensive, and we have to do it on their time schedule. Deb King, our bookkeeper, has agreed to do our paperwork and basic financial statements, and we are also fortunate to have Gwen Powell as a new board member. We still need one more board member, and hopefully that also will happen soon. In our garden area, the staff has done extensive work to improve the area and to start developing a long-term plan to have a community food production area. We will be installing a new water tank to assist in watering the garden area. The original gardens are still being used, but I think we've made the startling discovery that you've got to have water in Wyoming to raise a garden.
Where are you going to get your water from?
They're going to haul it in, I believe, Bruce. And I don't know how they're going to do that.
That's what they've been doing.
Yeah, that's what they've been doing. But we're reluctant to use a well. They have a well up in Rolling Hills. But unless it is totally approved as being safe for growing things, we probably don't want to touch it. We had a bad experience with a well here once before that was supposed to be safe. It had enough salt in it to kill our whole garden. So that's kind of a dicey issue to get in. So right now we'll be hauling it like we are now. And then I had a couple questions here that I was wondering about. I wonder why the MOU between the town and the golf course has not been signed by the town and returned to the golf course for them to have on file in their permanent records.
Because we've been tied up doing other things with changing department heads, and I haven't gotten back to it. We've got it in my file upstairs to get back on it.
Is there anything that needs to be changed on it?
Just a little bit of wording is all. It's not much.
Okay. And then another question that was brought to me by some residents. There is a tree that rather obviously needs to be removed just west of 713 West Fir Street and is located on town-owned land. It seems that we're really serious about encouraging our citizens to remove dangerous trees. It would appear that leading by example would be a good plan. So can we facilitate the removal of this tree?
715 West Fir, where's that at?
That's up there, right across from where the drainage pond is, where the big pond is, in behind there, that I didn't even know was there. It's right on the corner there between those two properties, and it's definitely on town land.
Is it in that drainage right away?
Nope, it's right on the corner between the two properties and the street.
What are the addresses?
You know where it is?
713 West Fir. It's just west of that one.
What?
East.
And Watson.
I don't know who's got that one. We'll stop up and look at it, and if it's in our right of way, then we'll get the local tree trimmer to remove it. It's not a big deal.
I mean, it's not a huge tree, but it's kind of an annoying tree. It's about half dead, and the kind of thing that could crash down on your car if you were really lucky. All right, and the only other thing that I had was the Glen Rock Main Street people sent out a fabulous report, and I believe they are here tonight to update us. You girls are doing good work down there. So you can take that one away. Thank you.
Councilman Kincaid.
Not a lot, just attended the workshop last week, and issues we're dealing with.
Okay. Councilwoman Collins.
No reports.
Okay. Clerk Tammy.
Just a reminder that we have our work session August 5th. That's 2 weeks from tonight, but it'll be before our next council meeting. So that's all I have.
Okay.
At 5 o'clock?
No.
Yeah, usually
Yeah.
we start them at 5, yeah. Workshops we do at 5. Kelly, treasurer.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I have nothing at this time.
Okay. Bill, Public Works Foreman.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I have, the area's prepped for all the asphalt and concrete that's been torn up in town. There's an area prepped. They're going to crush it all, and it's all going to be reusable. It'll be really good stuff, I think, for us. So it'll be nice. You'll see with your water bill, whether your bill online or by paper, but the DEQ lead and copper survey you'll see in there. So it should be really simple to fill out. It wants to know what kind of pipes are in your house for water. So,
And how does one find that out?
well,
Go look, or
Where do you look?
at your piping in your house. Your house is all copper, I can tell you that right now.
Okay.
I've been in your house, too.
And
It's all copper.
How about the
It's-
Catholic Church?
Catholic Church incoming line, that's all copper.
yeah, so,
Okay,
but if you don't know, there is an option.
There's a spot of no,
Okay.
don't know.
It's okay.
okay.
It's not a must-do thing.
Right on the Cass Street.
Well, we'll be installing a new meter pit this week on Grove Street for a new house that's going in. And mosquito spraying is ongoing.
Yep, that's-
Still 2 days a week, so.
This is supposedly all, but
And I brought this up a couple of times. Sprinklers in the parks are finally now going, and the grass is starting to get better. So there's always a lot more, but that's pretty much what I got. Thank you.
So, Bill, I have a question on the concrete that's going to be crushed. Mr. Mayor said that the landfill could probably get some of that to do our roads.
Right.
Do they need to contact you to see how
Yeah.
that goes? Because our engineer's confused.
Yeah, that'll be mixed with the asphalt, so it'll make good. So we're going to have a pretty large pile, and we're also with the. Well, when I went down to the meeting the other day with the Wyoming DOT, they're still scheduling to do the milling and overlay of the first 7 miles of Highway 95 going out of Glen Rock up past Rolling Hills, and we get all that road-a-mill out of that also.
So you have any when approximately we might tell him to come contact you?
When's
It's supposed to be in the next couple of weeks.
The
but
crusher
I'm
will
sure
be here in
it'll
a
take
couple
him
weeks.
a while. It's
Yeah.
going to probably take.
Yeah, there's a lot there, Will.
So maybe by the middle of September would be an appropriate time to suggest they
Oh
contact you?
yeah, that should be plenty.
We should know by
I'll
then.
I'll try to let you know.
Okay, thank you very much.
And when we had those guys look at it for what they were going to crush it for and what's there now because of all of our street and water and sewer projects, it's going to cost a little more to get it all crushed up. We're going to get it all done, but we'll have a very good pile of
Yeah.
road-a-mill
And it
concrete
should be
mix.
really good too. It'll be
Yep.
concrete and asphalt mix, so should be good material.
packs down well. So
Well,
we're going to get. There's no sense in doing half the pile and look at the rest of it. Let's get it all milled at one time.
can private citizens
Yeah.
purchase any of that?
If we have enough left over, I got a feeling we're going to have enough, especially when we get the road-a-mill from off the 95, and that I know the city of Douglas does the same thing when they've got way more surplus than they need, and they want to get rid of some of it. They sell it pretty cheap to
Citizens.
to the citizens of the city of Douglas. We can probably do the same thing. So we'll just see how much we got there when we get done.
Okay.
Any other questions the only other question for Bill, did you guys look at the acid pump a little more today or give Ray a call about trying to get it hooked up? Or
Yeah, John got a long ways on that.
did he? Good. Yeah.
Yeah, and it might be that pump that came in don't know if it's going to work.
Yeah, we may have to get a different one, and that's fine.
Yeah, but John thinks the old one still works.
I don't know if it controls, but it might still work.
Well, I think the controller was the issue.
Okay.
So, but John got a guy on the phone that knew some
Okay, good.
good stuff.
Well, one way or the other, we'll get it fixed.
He may have it running tomorrow. He's going to let it run for 24 hours.
See what it does.
And
Okay.
we'll see how he gets there.
I know that ours was down because of the pump, and I was told today that all of Douglas's stuff's down because they can't get chemicals for some reason. So
Wow.
kids in the county are starting to get a little irritable.
Yep.
So we needed to get it up and running. So
Send them back to school in a good
yeah,
mood.
that's coming 19th of August.
Yeah.
Okay. Police Chief Colter Felton.
Evening, Mayor and Council. Keep it short and sweet tonight. Just been doing a little bit of training, completed the training on the leadership in police organizations. Myself and Officer Richard just completed that last Friday. That was a 3-week-long ordeal that we're happy to have. I'll tell you, we took a lot from it, so it was a great opportunity, and we were happy to have that. With the completion of the land swap, we're looking at getting the shooting range construction underway. Just trying to look at logistics and time and squeeze that in somewhere, but also working with the school district on the SRO, what we want to have in there written down, and the agreement that we're going to make with that, what we're going to provide, what they're going to expect, those kinds of things, as well as upcoming active threat training within the schools. They're going to bring in a trainer again this year, and so we're going to capitalize on that.
Remember the date? You know the date?
It's going to be the first week of school with students.
Our training?
Your training will be up.
Week before the kids?
No, with the kids. Yep.
Okay.
Yep, it'll be that first week that kids are actually, I believe, the 19th.
Yeah, Monday.
Is that right? Yeah. It'll be that week. It's toward the end of that week. I believe the last 3 days. Sorry, I've seen a couple of dates today. But outside of that, we've got a couple of felony cases underway right now. Can't really discuss them too much, but they're taking a lot of time. But our new investigator is doing a great job, and glad we got that underway because she is putting a lot of extra hours in that takes a lot of stress off the patrol guys. So much appreciated. Outside of that, that's all I have.
Okay. Don't see anybody from the fire department, so we'll move on to items from the floor. Is there any items from the floor this evening? Do you guys want to talk about your report to us? Go ahead.
Ready for us?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't see anybody else trying to race you to the podium, so I think you're good.
Okay. Good evening, Mayor and Council. My name's Candy Bandetta, and this is Jeannie Board, and we're with Glen Rock Main Street. We're both board members. The first thing I wanted to say is I just wanted to thank you for our funding allocation for fiscal 25. We really appreciate it. We have a lot of good projects scheduled, and tonight we wanted to show you a couple of the projects. One I'm going to let Jeannie talk about, which is a new project that we're proposing for this year.
So we voted to, one of our budget items was to put in a bronze statue, and it was determined that we wanted to do a veterans memorial. And it's fairly early, but the vision is a 9-foot soldier, bronze, granite, plaques for each branch of the services, bank of flags with maybe some benches. So in order to start planning, allocating money, and we need a site. Okay. So the sites that we would like to propose is either the corner of 3rd and Birch or the corner of 3rd and Cedar. So across from here or behind here.
Okay.
We received $40,000 from Commerce County Tourism, and that will be a good start. But the remaining balance will do fundraising, selling either bricks pavers with local individuals or businesses to be around on the the paths leading into it, or we'll do on the pillars around the statue, people's names. We can buy into that, and then we'll ask for additional money from Commerce County. So we're developed a focus group that we've got so far on board. The Whites, Betty White, she is on the auxiliary VFW. We have the Rices. Larry Rice was a helicopter pilot in Vietnam, and Frank Hill and his significant other would like to be on the focus group also. So it's very early. We're only 3 weeks into when we voted it, so we really can't move forward until we know the site to plan for the size and then the names. And that will determine kind of the price on the granite. So,
When is your next meeting so we can kind of look at city properties so we could kind of help determine what?
August 6th
Okay.
at 5 o'clock.
Okay.
So, and then
Maybe we
if
can
we
get
could,
that nailed down for you then.
Can we talk
okay.
about that at the workshop?
Yeah, we can talk about that on the 5th and maybe go to their meeting, so,
Yeah.
yes. No worries.
I
On the menu.
think we covered. Oh, another note that we have, we've contacted an artist out of Riverton who has done memorials in the nation's capital, Cheyenne, and around Wyoming, and is willing to come here to visit with us at our Main Street meetings or here to Town Council to answer any questions. He also did the Philly at Philadelphia Eagle Stadium. And so he's worked with a lot of bronze artists, but he's mainly the granite and ground and designer, and then has worked with 6 or 7 different artists for the bronze. So, okay. I'll turn it back over to Candy to.
Yeah, and we want to make sure that the town is on board with this kind of project before we get too far down the road. The next thing I just want to give you an update is our historical sign project. So I have, these are still drafts, but our signs that we've been working on, there's going to be a total of 10 signs, front and back. Some of the backs are going to have maps, some will have another panel. They're 36 by 30.
Let me hand them up there.
Yeah, that'd be perfect. We'll pass those around. And then we're getting really close. We're at the final draft. We've reviewed them, making sure there's no typos, making sure it's accurate, just kind of doing a fine review before we print them because they're fairly expensive. The frames are all completed. They were done by Platte River Welding, made all of our signs. They're just sitting on a trailer. We have a contractor ready to put them in the ground. We've spray painted the ground where we're going to put them. All of these signs now, there's going to be 2 located in Kimball Park near the Higgins. So that would be the Higgins sign, the train wreck, and the map that shows where all these sites are. And the rest of them are going along Al's Way, all along the walking path. So right now we're going from 9th Street to Millar. That will cover that section. And if we do a phase 2, then we'll continue down to the high school, and then we'll continue down to the industrial park. Converse County Tourism Board actually funded this. We got a grant for $26,000 to do this. They are so impressed with it, they want to take it countywide and do all of Converse County, and Douglas really would like to get on board kind of the same design so that everything looks consistent.
The first Douglas one that went around, that's what they'll feel like.
That's the material of what the signs, they're completely weatherproof, waterproof, fairly durable. There's an example of these signs at the fairgrounds. So if you go to the state fair, you'll see kind of a 3-way panel. And one of the signs is Glen Rock, and then there's Douglas and Natural Bridge and different sites around the county. And that's the same material that the sign is made out of. So I just want to give you an update where we are.
But when you get closer, we can make sure we get enough time to get locates called on all your spots, because we've got those listed, so then that way we can get your
we'll
get
make
planted.
sure that.
I don't want
And I
to.
think we actually caught it in. I think we, 811 or whatever, we caught it in just to make sure.
Yeah, but they're only good, the locates are only good for 14 days. So
Yeah, so we'll have to redo it.
we'll have to
'Cause
connect.
we were going to put the signs in, but it was close to Deer Creek Days, and the signs weren't printed, so we thought the frames, it would be best to wait. So
Yeah, just get it refreshed. That way we know. I don't want to punch holes through the
No.
middle of the fiber optic between the
no, we don't want to do that.
middle school and
Yeah, so
the
we'll
main
coordinate
office.
that.
Or anything else.
or power out there, so no problem. But yeah, thank you for the projects you're
Yeah.
got going and the ones you got planned.
Well, thank you for the funding. We appreciate it. We'll put it to
You
good
bet.
use.
Candy,
Yes.
what is this on here that you need a purchase an additional beer cooler for
Already
the,
potted.
for the beer tent down to Town Square?
So this year has been incredible, actually, with the amount of people that are showing up at the town square. You know, we do the beer tent, and we've actually sold out of beer almost twice. We have been using, actually, Jeannie has been generous enough to, we've been using the cooler at Gas and Go when we bought more beer, and we just run back and forth to restock our cooler because we literally are running out of beer this year.
I know it was ordered, so I don't know if it did it get here yet.
It's supposed to come in Thursday morning. So
Okay.
we appreciate that, too.
Oh, yeah, we ordered
Oh,
another one.
good.
Yes.
Excellent.
That
Excellent.
helps. So, yeah, thank you for that, too.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. Any more questions?
Nope. Thank you.
Thanks.
Oh, I
Thank you.
have one more thing. If you do have some of the crushed asphalt concrete left over, Gas and Go will take some for our parking lot.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It's going to be with everything we got through the street projects. We've got a huge pile out there, so there's probably some available. I believe our next order of business is.
still on.
So,
Oh,
items on the floor.
I wasn't paying attention. I didn't see you come
No
up.
problem.
Sorry, Sue.
No problem. Good evening, Mayor and Council. I just had a couple of quick questions. So the exercise equipment on the walking path, is there instructions that's supposed to be going on those pads that are by each of them?
I think there were supposed to have been some informational signs on each one of them. I think I'm not positive of that. That was money spent on by the.
There were signs for that.
There were
There's supposed to be signs for that.
Yeah, I don't. Do you know where they're at, Bill?
No, I just remember somebody saying they were ordered.
They were ordered. Okay.
Yeah, because when we ordered that equipment, they had directions on how to use all of them. So
That would be kind of nice to, some of it I can't figure out, so.
I probably know which one of them too. There's one down here that confused me really bad.
That's what I thought, so. And then the other thing is, I'm wondering when we might see some action on what we discussed at the work session?
It would be the next time if you're moving forward with the conditional use permit and starting that through the process with planning and zoning.
Well, I thought that we had talked about the ones that are,
Existing,
yes.
we haven't talked about it any more than what we did at the workshop. We don't have another workshop till the 5th. That'll probably be another one that we're going to continue to talk on and work on, Sue, so.
Because I would like to be able to tell my renter something, because I got people, in a absolute panic, so.
Well, we did tell you that the fact that what Lyle had done, and that he's extended it for a year for yours and the ones that are over on 6th Street and 7th or 8th, that they have another year, so we have a year, so you don't have to worry about it for a year right now until we get it figured out, because Lyle did not take care of that part of that process, so they don't have nothing to worry about till probably next August or before then when we finally get something put together. So, and we'll work on it. They don't have to worry about going anywhere this winter at all. Okay.
Sooner rather than later.
Well, yeah,
would be better. So.
Everybody's only got so much time to put into it.
Okay. Thank you.
Liquor licenses. I think the first one would be the renaming of the one for Bobby's Classic Diner and Motel LLC. Doing business as Bobby's Classic Diner. So is there a motion?
Motion Make a motion that we approve the liquor license as Bobby's Classic Diner.
I'll second it.
It's been moved and seconded. Okay, any discussion on it? Hearing none, I will call for a vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed by nay. Motion carries. I think we've got that one taken care of again. No problem. Glad we got that straightened out. You bet, no problem. Okay, the next one is liquor license renewals. First one on the list is actually Bobby's. I think we can do all these.
We just usually do.
We do them all as a lump. So if somebody wants to make a motion for the renewal of liquor licenses in the town of Glen Rock,
I move we renew the liquor licenses in the town of Glen Rock.
motion, is there a second?
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, I will call for a vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed by nay. Motion carries. I'm trying to get through those. I'm sure glad they didn't do one of those at a time.
I think you might need to read them.
I did.
Read them. I've read them once.
I read them once too.
I've read them a week ago. I think. Let's see.
Open container permit.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get. I'm trying not to skip it, but get through all the applications there because there's a ton of lines on. Okay, finally got to it. Okay, the next one is a liquor or an open container permit for the Glen Rock Sheep Herders Rendezvous. That's scheduled for August 23rd, 24th, and 25th. Is there a motion?
I move we approve open container permit for the Sheepers Rendezvous.
Motion on the floor. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Been moved and seconded. Any discussion for that? Hearing none, I'll call for a vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed by nay. Motion carries. I believe our next order of business is bills and claims.
I move we pay our bills and claims.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for a vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed by nay. Motion carries. I believe that if there's anything else to become before this council meeting this evening, either by council or the audience, if not, I'll have somebody to make a motion to adjourn.
I move we adjourn.
Been moved. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for a vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed by nay. Motion carried. Meeting adjourned.
Are these yours?
No, ma'am, they are not.
They were on the floor.
They had those meetings the other day, the training center.
Kelly?